Good morning viewers, welcome to Bio Srinivas channel. I am very happy to be in front of you again to explain the blood pressure and also the coagulation of blood. These two topics belong to third chapter named as transportation. First of all, I am going to explain about the blood pressure in the human beings. Usually the blood pressure can be defined as the pressure with which the blood flows from the heart into the arteries due to the contraction of ventricles. Once again I am repeating, the pressure with which the blood flows from the heart to the arteries due to the contraction of ventricles is called blood pressure. So, the blood pressure is measured by the doctors with an instrument called sphygmomanometer. This is the instrument with which the blood pressure can be measured. Usually the blood pressure can be measured on the upper arm. Either it may be left hand or right hand, depending upon the convenience. Because in different body parts in the human being having different blood pressures. That's why if you take the measurement of the blood pressure in the upper arm, it gives the average blood pressure of the whole body of a human being. So, the normal blood pressure of a adult human being who is healthy in condition is noted as 120 by 80 millimeters of Hg. 120 is named as systolic pressure. 120 is nothing but systolic pressure, whereas 80 is the diastolic pressure. Then what is systolic pressure? Systole means contraction of ventricles. Diastolic means relaxation of the ventricles in the heart. So, the systolic pressure is always higher than the diastolic pressure, because when the ventricles are contract in the heart, the pressure increases. With that high pressure, the blood flows into the arteries. When they relax, the pressure decreases. That we are calling it as diastolic pressure, and it is always less than that of the systolic pressure. And the blood pressure of a person is also depends on the situation. For example, a person is doing continuous running, then the pressure increases. When a person is intense in emotions, then the blood pressure increases. When the person is taking rest, the pressure decreases. So, depending upon the situation, depending upon the health condition, depending upon the age factor, the blood pressure of a person changes from time to time. So, the normal blood pressure is noted as 120 by 80 millimeters of Hg, and it can be measured with an instrument called sphygmomanometer. Okay? Then, when the blood coagulation takes place, generally when a small cut or when a small injury happen to our body parts, then within 3 to 6 minutes time period, the blood clots. For example, I am sharpening one pencil with a blade. Unfortunately, one small cut happened and the blood oozes out. isn't it? At that time, there are special type of cells in the blood named as platelets. Will accumulate the injured portion area and releases an enzyme called thrombokinase. What the enzyme they are releasing at the site of injury? Thrombokinase. This thrombokinase enzyme will make the inactive prothrombin. This thrombokinase enzyme will make the inactive prothrombin into active thrombin. Are you followed? Where this is happening? Near the site of the injury. Then this thrombin is converting the inactive fibrinogen. Which one? The thrombin is converting the inactive fibrinogen into active fibrin. It's nothing but small thread-like structures with which the injured portion can be clotted. So here in presence of which one? Thrombin. So these are the reactions which takes place near the site of the injury and stops bleeding. Are you followed? So when this happened, when the formation of fibrin takes place, the threads which are, for example, this is the finger of a person. Here there is one small cut. Are you followed? And the blood oozing out, and near this area the platelets are accumulated and release the first enzyme named as what? Thrombokinase. This converts the prothrombin into thrombin. And this thrombin converts the fibrinogen, which is inactive form, into fibrin, the thread-like structures, in presence of thrombin. So when the fibrin is formed, they are the thread-like structures and they stick to the edges of the injured portion and pulls towards to each other. For example, this is the cut portion of a person's finger, imagine, and here the thread will pull this side, this will pull this side, this will pull this side, this will pull. Like this, there is a network of fibers will take place. At last, the injured portion will close. That is called blood clot. Or the blood clot, you can see the pale straw-colored liquid which is formed is called serum. Usually serum is formed after the blood clotting. Which color? Pale yellow color. That is called serum. Serum is formed when the blood is clotted. After the formation of blood clot, the serum is formed, which is pale yellow color in nature. So in this way, the coagulation of blood takes place. But in some persons, especially in the case of closely blood related persons who are having the children, will suffer from a genetic disorder called hemophilia. Hemophilia. In this disease, the clotting of blood will not take place. Usually, what the time period for clotting of blood? 3 to 6 minutes. But the children who are suffering from hemophilia, the clotting of blood will be delayed or postponed. Not only this, in the case of thalassemia disease also, it is also one type of genetic disorder where we can see the loss of blood or damage of the blood. So in this fashion, the hemophilia disease and thalassemia disease we can see in some of the children. That's why it is better to avoid the marriages between closely related blood related persons. Okay. So this is the information related to the coagulation of blood, and before this the blood pressure. If the blood pressure in normal conditions also increased, then that patient, that person is said to be with hypertension, means high BP. Okay. I hope you understood the topics and have a nice day. Thank you one and all.